What does dreaming of death mean? Through your dreams, you can learn a lot about who you are. The same dream may have multiple meanings for different persons depending on their associations with the subjects, how they feel about the dream, and other reasons. You might be worried about dreaming about death. It may be a dream about you dying or watching someone die. This could be a horrifying experience that leaves you wondering what the dream was all about. In this article, we will look at different interpretations when you dream about death. The dream could be connected to your daily life, and it may contain some deeper meaning. What does it mean to dream about your death? Dreaming about your death may be a reflection of your mortality and the fear of death, which is common to all human beings. It is common for you to dream about your death, especially when you have just lost someone close to you. Maybe it's a friend or relative, and you always think about them. To dream of your death may be a metaphor for the end of something, such as your relationship, your job, or a phase of your life. Perhaps you and your friend have been having issues that may lead to your friendship coming to an end, and this dream could be a way of symbolizing the fallout. The dream may be a way for your unconscious mind to process and cope with feelings of loss or grief. Dreaming about your death may be a way for your unconscious mind to bring attention to unresolved issues or problems in your waking life. Maybe you had arguments with your employer due to your ignorance or irresponsible behavior at work, and you have not worked out your differences with your employer to solve the issue. You might interpret a dream about your own death as a symbol of change or transformation. If you have recently finished your university studies, you will have to reset your mind so you can adapt to the new phase of your life. What does it mean to dream about being executed? You might be feeling guilty or ashamed about something you have done. The dream could reflect your fear of being punished for your mistakes. Perhaps you feel like your parents will punish you severely because you went out with friends without seeking their permission. Dreaming about being executed may symbolize feelings of powerlessness or vulnerability in your waking life. You may feel like you are at the mercy of someone or something else, and you are unable to control your destiny. Maybe you feel that you are in danger of losing your job, and you do not know what to do next. The dream may be an indication of underlying emotions or unresolved issues that you are struggling to deal with in your waking life. Maybe you feel like you deserve to be promoted at your workplace, but you weren't. You might be experiencing stress or anxiety in your waking life, and thus they are manifested in execution dreams. Perhaps you may be anxious about an interview you will have for your dream job, so you couldn't afford to waste the opportunity. What does it mean to dream about watching yourself die? Your dream about watching yourself die could be a reflection of your sense of powerlessness or vulnerability in your waking life. You may be feeling that you are powerless and that someone else may take away something from you. The dream about watching yourself die could be a reflection of your fear of change or uncertainty about the future. Perhaps you feel that you will face many challenges when you move to a new place. The dream could be reflecting a sense of loss or grief you are experiencing. Maybe you are mourning the loss of a friend or relative, and now as a way of coping with the situation, you dream of watching yourself die. You might be feeling you are not fully confident about your abilities, and the dream could be reflecting a sense of self-doubt or insecurity in your waking life. For instance, you have been chosen to represent your school in a national debate, and now you are wondering whether you are the appropriate candidate. What does it mean when you actually passed away in a dream? Dreaming about your death can be unsettling, but it does not necessarily mean that you are at risk of dying in real life. However, you might interpret them differently depending on the events of your waking life. It could be a way for your mind to process and make sense of events, emotions, and thoughts that have occurred during the day or over a longer period. Perhaps, during the day, you had a fight with your friend, something that has never happened, and you had tried to establish the cause of the fight earlier, but you could not connect a thing. Your mind could be processing feelings of loss or grief. Maybe you have lost something valuable to you, such as a precious necklace given to you by your late grandmother, and this is very painful to you since it is the only thing left to remind you of her. The dream could symbolize the end of a particular phase in life or the resolution of a problem. Perhaps, you have been having conflicts with your classmates, and you decide to come to terms with them to solve the problem. Occasionally, the dream could be a way to confront one's mortality. Maybe you feel sorry for your own death. Dreaming about you passing away could symbolize a change in perspective or outlook. You may have decided to change your view about your life. Previously, you had the notion that your life may be miserable, but now you view it as a source of joy despite the many challenges that life throws at you. Thank you for watching this video from exploreyourdreamlife.com. Please click the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this video. We appreciate your support. What does it mean to dream about your funeral? Dreaming about your funeral may be a manifestation of your unconscious fear of death or your concerns about your mortality. Maybe you have lost a friend or a relative, and now you can't believe they are no longer here. As a result, you start having the thought that your death is imminent. You might be transitioning to different life stages or undergoing significant life changes. Maybe your relationship with your partner has come to an end, and now you will have to live without them. You may have changed your career, and now you are not sure whether the new career will be successful. Moreover, you may be dreaming of your funeral in situations where you have changed your location, and now you are living in a new place. You dreaming about your funeral might be a way of expressing feelings of guilt or regret about something you have done or failed to do in the past. Perhaps you were unfaithful to your partner, and now they have come to realize it, so now you don't know what to do. Remember, this is something you did in the past. Dreaming about your funeral may represent the feeling of a sense of loss or sadness about something that has ended or changed in your life. For instance, you have moved out from your parents' house, and now you will have to live on your own and do everything on your own without relying on your parents. What does it mean when you dream that you died and came back? Dying and coming back to life in a dream could symbolize the end of one phase and the beginning of another. Maybe you feel worried about how things will be after you start your own family. Dreaming about death and resurrection could be a way for your mind to process and deal with difficult emotions or challenges you are facing in your waking life. As an illustration, you may feel that you are a burden to others because you depend on others for a living. Dreams about death and resurrection can sometimes be a way for your mind to contemplate deeper questions about the nature of your existence. Perhaps, you have always wondered about the meaning of your life, the purpose of your life, or the reason for your existence, but you have never found answers to the questions. Thus, you dreaming about your death and resurrection could be a way of meditating on these questions. What does it mean when you dream about someone else dying? Your dreaming about someone else dying could be a manifestation of your fears or anxieties about loss, change, or the unknown. Maybe your greatest fear is losing someone very close to you, maybe a parent or friend, and now they are in situations that you think would lead to their death. Therefore, this anxiety or fear is manifested in your dream. Your dream could also be a way for your subconscious to process and deal with any unresolved feelings or issues you have with the person who is dying in the dream. Perhaps you had a fallout between you and your parents because of your terrible actions, and you haven't reconciled with them. It's also worth noting that dreaming about someone else dying does not necessarily mean that the person is in danger or that anything bad will happen to them in real life. Dreams are often symbolic and should not be taken literally. What does it mean to dream of someone dying and feeling the pain? If you had a dream about someone dying and feeling the pain, it could be related to your feelings about the person in your dream. The person may be someone you love very much, and this could be a way of expressing your feelings for them. You might be expressing your feelings of loss or grief. For instance, you have been rejected from a scholarship program you have always desired, and this is hurting you deeply. It could also be a reflection of your own fears about death or your own feelings of vulnerability. Perhaps you feel you are vulnerable to death due to the situations you are in your waking life, and this makes you worried. It's also possible that the dream could be a manifestation of stress or anxiety you are currently experiencing in your waking life. Maybe you are stressed because the results of the final exam are about to be released, and you are worried about whether you have failed or passed. What does it mean to dream of someone dying and they are upset? Your dream may represent your feelings of loss or grief in some aspect of your waking life. Probably you have been experiencing challenges in your life. It may be financial challenges, and you feel as if you are losing it, or you feel that you are hopeless. Seeing someone die in a dream can symbolize the end of something, whether it's a relationship, a phase of life, or a personal quality or trait. Perhaps this could symbolize the end of your relationship with your lover. You might be the person who is upset in the dream because you have lost someone whom you knew very well or who was close to you. Maybe it is the loss of a parent, and now you are very sad about it. It's also possible that the dream reflects your fear of loss or your feelings of helplessness in the face of change. You may be feeling at risk of losing a job, which is your only source of income, and you do not know what to do. Alternatively, the dream may be trying to bring your attention to unresolved feelings or unresolved issues related to death or loss that you are grappling with in your waking life. Maybe you are battling with depression caused by a breakup between you and your partner, and you do not know how to deal with the situation. Thank you for watching this video from exploreyourdreamlife.com. Please click the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this video. We appreciate your support. What does it mean to dream about seeing a dead body? Seeing a dead body in a dream might be a reflection of your feelings of grief and loss because you are mourning the loss of a loved one. Or perhaps you are feeling a sense of loss or sadness about something else. Dreaming of a dead body might also be a manifestation of fear and anxiety because you are being overwhelmed or stressed out in your waking life, and your mind is trying to cope with these emotions through your dreams. Maybe you are stressed by the health status of your partner since they are about to undergo life-threatening surgeries, and you are not sure if it will be successful. A dead body in your dream might also symbolize change and transformation. This is a sign that you will undergo a significant transition in your life, and your dream reflects this change. You will be in situations where you are about to make major life decisions, such as quitting a job to be self-employed, and now you are unsure whether it will be successful. What does it mean to dream about a body being burned? The body in the dream might represent some aspect of your own self, such as your physical body, your emotions, or your personality. In this case, the dream might symbolize some form of transformation or change that you are undergoing or that you feel is necessary. The body being burned might symbolize your feelings of intense passion or desire. Maybe you feel that you need to attain certain goals in your life for your life to be meaningful. You might also interpret your dream as a metaphor for your feelings of being overwhelmed or consumed by something, such as stress, anxiety, or difficult emotions. The body being burned might indicate your feelings of being burnt out or unable to cope with the demands or challenges you are facing. You are probably in situations where you are unable to cope with the demands of your job because you have to balance between work and your family or social interactions. What does it mean to dream about not being clear if a body is dead? Dreaming about not being sure if a body is dead could potentially be related to feelings of uncertainty or confusion in your waking life. For instance, you do not know which business you want to venture in because you have no idea which one will thrive. It could also be a metaphor for something, or someone in your life that you feel is dead or no longer a part of your life. You may have to accept that someone close to you is no longer here, and you have to live without them. Alternatively, it could be a manifestation of your fears about death or the loss of a loved one. A dream about not being sure if a body is dead reflects your unconscious fears or anxieties about death or mortality. Consequently, the dream may be a manifestation of the dreamer's feelings of uncertainty or confusion about some aspect of her waking life. What does it mean to dream about fighting death? Dreaming about fighting death may indicate that you are struggling with your own mortality or the mortality of someone close to you. A dream of fighting something may be a manifestation of your own inner struggle or conflict. The death figure may represent an aspect of yourself that you are trying to overcome or suppress. Therefore, this dream represents struggling with some aspect of yourself. For example, you are struggling to control your anger, which has caused you many relationships. Your dream about fighting the death figure may represent an obstacle or challenge that you are facing, and the fight may symbolize your efforts to overcome it. Maybe you are struggling with financial problems, and now you are trying to overcome them. The dream may be a way for your subconscious mind to process and work through your feelings about death, especially if you have recently experienced a loss or are going through a difficult time. What does it mean to dream of the death of an old identity? The death of an old identity in a dream may symbolize a desire or need to let go of an outdated aspect of yourself and move on to something new. Perhaps you are an alcoholic and decided to go to Alcoholics Anonymous. After going through the 12 steps, you are still feeling that you need the alcohol for you to survive. You dreaming about the death of an old identity could be a sign that you are ready to make changes in your life and embrace a new phase or direction. Maybe you are used to going out to parties all night and all day, and now you have decided to stop it since you are now mentally mature and you need to build your life. Your dream may also be urging you to release the emotional baggage or negative patterns of thought and behavior that no longer serve you. This could be a sign that you are ready to move on from past traumas or challenges and heal from them. For instance, you have been suffering the pain from the loss of a close friend for far too long, and now you have decided to let go of all the pain and heal from the loss. Alternatively, the death of an old identity in a dream could be a manifestation of your fear of change and the unknown. You may be worried about leaving behind familiar aspects of yourself and venturing into the unknown. You may have a tough time trying to depend on your parents less for survival, but you need to do so because you are now a fully grown person. How common are dreams of death? Dreaming of death is very common, and as seen, it does not always imply death. It may represent the ending of a phase of your life, implying a new beginning. It may also be a way of you expressing your emotions about something, including death itself. For you to properly interpret your dream about death, consider your emotions during the dream. You may also consider relating to other activities taking place in your dream other than death. Finally, It is worth noting that sometimes dreams could be just normal events that do not have a deeper meaning. Thank you for watching this video from exploreyourdreamlife.com. Please click the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and share this video. We appreciate your support.